What's up, guys? My name is Your Heroes, and welcome back to more Call to Arms. And today I'm very excited for you guys because today we have one very special mod in particular that I got very excited about. Now, a lot of you know that one of my favorite parts about history and war is the tanks and how big and massive and scary they can get. And the Russians, let me tell you, they built some quite scary things. The Germans, one of the biggest tanks that Germany built was a Panzer 8 Maus, or the Maus, which weighed 200 tons, and it had a 128 millimeter gun, and it was unfortunately didn't go into production due to the fact that it was built during the late war, roughly about 1944 to 1943, I think. But unfortunately, the Allies bombed the factories, which was unable to produce the Maus. But it did go into production. But the Russians, have to say, have built something massively. Now, I don't know if this tank was actually a realistic tank or it was, but as you can see, we have our normal. The Russians did build their T-28s, which of course did go into production, was put into action. You had the famous T-34, which the Russians built massive amounts to deal with, like the Tiger 1s, the Panzer 4s that the Germans had. And the T-34 was one of the biggest mass production tanks in history, alongside the M4 Sherman. And then you've got the KV-1, which kind of came later into the war. But I have to say, again, the KV-1 was probably one of the most heavily armoured and most useful tank, but it wasn't as heavily armoured as the Tiger 1. But I have to say, there's one special tank that the Russians did build, but as I said, I don't know if it was accurate as in built as in it is in the game, and it is called the KV-6. Look at this thing, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is called the KV-6 Old Long Boy, and this thing is absolutely huge. I mean, just have a look at this thing. You can see that this thing is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's literally got about 3 kV hulls on it. It's literally got I would say 1 to 3 kV hulls throughout the whole thing, and then it's mounted with a KV-1 turret with, it looks like, a 57 millimeter gun, and then you've got this little BA7, I think it is, or what is it, the BA, it looks like something off like a BA-20 like turret that has a machine gun in it. And then you've got your another kind of BA-20 with the machine guns, and then you have the KV-2 turret, and it has two 150 millimeter barrels attached to it, with the BA-2 turret attached to it, which I think that is a 50, I believe that's like a 50, what is that thing? I believe that's like I can't remember the gun on it. It definitely is like a BT2 turret on it. Definitely not the BT7, because the BT7 turret was more of a rounded turret, where this is a BT2. I believe this is possibly, it doesn't tell me. I generally can't remember top of my head. Possibly looks like another 57 millimeter, but that caliber looks bigger, and that looks more like that looks more like an 85 millimeter caliber, and this is more of a 75 millimeter caliber. And then you have another turret, which is another KV-1 turret with the kind of looks possibly like a 75 millimeter. Oh, I don't know. You guys will have to let me know in the comments down below. As well as another BA2. Is it the BA2 turret? And then you have the rocket launchers, the Katushka's turret rocket launchers on top of it. And let me tell you, everything works. This whole tank, it works, it moves. There's nothing wrong with it. As you can see, look how quickly the turret is moving on this thing. I mean, this is insane. As you can see that you got all the loads down here. So this thing takes at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It takes 7 crew. So as you can see, you got the two. Jesus, you have that one, you have that, and then you have the 76mm gun on that, and then you have the 76mm over here on this thing. I don't know which gun that shot. And then of course you have this it's a 45mm coming out this thing. And then you have the another 45mm here coming out of that KV-1 turret at the back. And then you have the machine guns on that, as you can see, on top of it. And then you have the another one in the middle here. That another kind of BA-20 turret in the middle. And then you have the rocket launchers as well on top. And I think I might have actually just killed my own crew. Yep, I actually just killed my own crew with that. I didn't mean that initially. As you can see, there's get back in. Oh, I might have decrewed it. Okay, I need to get another one. But as you can see, that this thing is insane. It says 0 to 100mm of armor, and I can tell this thing would be hard to kill. With two 152mm barrels attached to that thing, this thing is looking very scary. Now, like I said, I didn't know if this thing was actually mass produced, and I don't even know if this was actually a real thing. So you guys will have to let me know in the comments down below if it was actually a real thing. But this thing is just can literally take out anything in its path, and I literally mean anything. Let's aim at this tank. There you go. There's bang, and I can just switch turrets if I wanted to. Just go to this one and then bang. And like I said, it's insane, this vehicle, and it does actually move. But as you can see, this thing actually moves quite fast for this heavy tank. I don't know how much it weighs. I presume it weighs a lot, but it moves quite fast for how heavy it is. Quite unrealistically fast, to be honest. But that is, to be honest, one of the most craziest tanks I've ever seen in my life. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for today. That is the KV-6 Long Boy. One of the most craziest tanks I have ever seen in this game, and I'll probably be using it in gameplay as well to see what it's actually like on the battlefield. So if you do guys want to see that, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and to be honest, if you guys have tested this vehicle out, then let me know. But of course, I will leave this mod down below if you do want to try this vehicle out for yourself, because it is insane and I would definitely give it a try. So give the mod maker some love and support on this tank, because if he makes more vehicles like this, that'd be absolutely amazing. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and of course I will leave everybody who did subscribe on the screen right now, and if nobody comes up, then nobody else subscribe. But guys, we are also on the run to 1,000 subscribers, so let's make that happen, guys. We are almost there. So guys, thank you so much for watching and all your support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.